AK Products Proportioner is a discharge-side foam injection system designed to automatically inject foam concentrates into a fire stream at user-selectable ratios of 1/10 to 1% up to 125 gallons per minute and 300 pounds per square inch. Once selected, the concentrate ratio is maintained independent of flow, pressure, and hose length up to the maximum limits. The proportioner is a balanced pressure system that injects foam concentrate into the hose line under pressure. There are three proportioner models. Panel mount remote control proportioner is powered by a 12-volt DC electric motor, and all operational controls can be mounted directly on or near the truck's pump panel. The second is the truck mount model. It is generally installed on smaller trucks and is similar to the panel mount proportioner, but the controls are located on the power unit. Finally, there is a 4-cycle gasoline engine-powered portable proportioner. This unit can be stored in a compartment and used at a remote location. With many Venturi connection options, the Venturi can be connected to the apparatus water system on the discharge side of the pump, with bolted flanges, pipe threads, Victaulic couplings, or hose threads. The installation of a panel mount proportioner in an existing fire truck is straightforward, following the step-by-step instructions in the manual. Begin by selecting a location for the proportioner controls on the pump panel. Refer to the manual and make certain there is enough space behind the panel for the controls and proportioning block without interfering with linkages, plumbing, or wiring. Remove the template from the manual and tape it to the pump panel. Cut a hole in the pump panel following the lines on the template. Make certain there is a clearance for the saw blade behind the panel. The foam tank should be located on a level that is higher than or even with the proportioner pump, so that the pump does not have to lift concentrate to the pump. The tank should also be located where they will be easy to fill. The Venturi can be installed in the water system anywhere after the pump discharge. It can be mounted in a discharge line or in a cross-lay. Make sure that the water flows through the Venturi in the direction indicated by the arrows. Cut the nylon tubes to length and install them between the Venturi and the proportioner. Since the tubes are of different size, they will only fit one way. The pump and motor unit may be installed in any convenient location, provided that the pump is kept right side up as indicated by the arrow on the label. The foam tanks are level with or above the pump, and the pump and motor can be kept dry. Connect the power lines from the truck bus line to the relay and the relay to the motor. Install the cover on the control panel. If you encounter any trouble installing your proportioner, call our toll-free number for free technical assistance. Operation of the proportioner is very easy. Begin by making sure there is foam concentrate in at least one tank. Lay out and charge the hose line that is connected to the proportioner system. Turn the selector knob on the panel to the desired tank. This opens the valve to the concentrate tank and simultaneously turns on the pump and motor. The green light should be randomly flashing. Turn the function knob to prime. This will prime the pump and expel air from the system. When steady flow is indicated in the flow indicator, turn the mode knob to foam. The proportioner will inject foam concentrate into the hose line whenever water is flowing. Adjust the percent knob to select the desired concentration of the foam solution. When foam is no longer needed, turn the mode knob to flush, while the hose line is still pressurized. This will allow fresh water to circulate through the system and out through the vent tube. When the system has been flushed for a full minute, turn the selector knob to off. Operation of the truck mount version is similar to the panel mount, except that the controls are not located on the pump panel, and there is no tank selector. The mode selector and percentage knob are the same and are located on the proportioner itself. There is a power switch to turn the pump and motor on and off. The gasoline-powered proportioner can be set up at any connection in the hose line and take foam concentrate directly out of the container the foam comes in. Once again, the basic controls for mode selection and percent adjustments are the same. To understand how the balanced pressure system works, we will look first at what happens to a fluid, such as water, when it is pumped through a venturi, which is at the heart of the system. At the entrance to the venturi, the water is at a high pressure and a given flow rate. As the water enters the narrow section or throat of the venturi, the flow rate is the same, but its velocity increases and its pressure drops. As the water leaves the throat of the venturi, it slows down and its pressure increases again. The net unrecoverable pressure loss across the entire venturi is a function of the size and shape of the venturi and the flow rate of the water passing through it. The net pressure loss in the KK Products proportioner is very small. The pressure difference between the inlet and the throat of the venturi is a function of the flow rate of the water flowing through the venturi. This pressure difference is used by the proportioner to determine the water flow without relying on electronic flow meters. The proportioner differs from an eductor in two ways. First, the throat size of the venturi is much larger than the throat in an eductor. This means the unrecoverable pressure loss across the venturi is small. Second, the venturi does not produce a vacuum to suck the foam concentrate into the hose line. The foam concentrate is injected into the hose line under pressure by the proportioner's electric or gasoline-powered pump. The KK Products proportioner is a balanced pressure system because the water pressure at the entrance to the venturi is balanced by the concentrate pump outlet pressure. Now we will look at the other parts of the system. A rubber diaphragm divides a chamber in the proportioner block assembly in two. A valve attached to the diaphragm controls the amount of concentrate allowed to recirculate back to the pump. If the pressure is higher on the venturi side of the diaphragm will move downward and start to close the pump bypass line. As the valve closes, pressure will rise on the pump side of the diaphragm. When the pressure from the pump equals the water pressure at the entrance to the venturi, the diaphragm will begin to move upward again. As long as the hose line pressure is less than the maximum pump pressure, the valve on the diaphragm will open or close the recirculation line to make the pump concentrate pressure equal to the water pressure entering the venturi. Since the pressure difference between the inlet and throat of the venturi is proportional to flow, and the concentrate pressure from the pump is equal to the venturi inlet pressure, pressure difference between the concentrate and the venturi throat is also proportional to the flow of the water through the venturi. A tube and an orifice connect the concentrate pump and the throat of the venturi. The pressure difference across and the flow of foam concentrate through the orifice is proportional to the water flow through the venturi. This is how a basic balanced pressure foam system works. To this system, KK Products has added a variable size orifice to select the desired concentrate percentage, foam tanks. One can be used for 1% AFFF and another for 1% Class A foams, a tank selector valve, flow indicator, concentrate filter, and a function selector to prime and flush the entire system. These components make a complete foam system called the proportioner. The proportioner will accurately supply concentrate from 1/10 to 1%, from 25 to 125 gallons per minute, and 1/10 to 1/2% from 125 up to 250 gallons per minute. A low flow option is available, which will accurately proportion foam concentrate from 10 to 125 gallons per minute at 1%. Both systems are designed to operate at system pressures up to 300 pounds per square inch, the maximum pressure of the concentrate pump. KK Products has been designing and manufacturing quality firefighting and suppression equipment since 1969. KK Products offers a 2-year warranty on all equipment, and should repair service ever be required, it can be serviced, usually within 48 hours, at our modern facility.